Welcome to Perfect Level, Christmas edition. I am going to be launching at one of the hardest spots on Drake's Creek. Today is Christmas Eve. Let's go.
Freedom over fame. Freedom over cycle stays the same.
We did get some rain last night. It wasn't very much, but it was enough to add a little bit of color to the water, which is a good thing. I'm considering getting rid of this white Bandito. The water is just too clear to be using white. Probably need to switch to a darker color. But the water seems to be pretty deep here. Even though the creek is extremely low, the water seems to be pretty deep. So I need the weight of the Bandito. This is nothing the way I remember it. I haven't been here in years. I would absolutely love to catch a muskie today. Normally, this area is kind of fished out due to the bass boats and the jet boats coming upriver to this location, but the water has been so low. It's been low since back in the summer, so there's high probability that those boats haven't been here since 2021. Well, I could be wrong about that. There's only one way to find out. Fishing line, and a lot of it too. I hate that. I can tell that's been there a while. Oh gosh, I don't know if I can get this loose or not. Okay, I think that means I just need to cut it. Braid, of course. No, right? like I'm going to be able to push up very far there. The water gets really shallow. Too shallow. Can't make it. I had a little bite there. It was the first one in a while. It felt tiny, but at least it was something. The water's freezing cold. Smallmouth, first fish of the day. If I can land him. It was a soft bite. Yes. I've been looking for you all day. Oh, and the hook just fell out. That's a good fish right there. About 14 inches. Thank you for playing the game, good sir. I'm glad to see you. Merry Christmas. Shablow. Quick update. I've been fishing for about 2 hours. That's the first fish I've landed. I have hooked a couple of really small spotted bass, but they were tiny and I didn't land any of them. That's the first smallmouth I've seen. I pushed upstream roughly 2 miles until I hit a log jam right around the bend up here. That's as far as I could make it without getting out into the water. The water temperature is extremely cold. It's frosty. But air temperature is not bad. It's about 65 degrees right now. I'm extremely happy I caught that fish. Let's go. It feels a lot better. Yeah, that's a good fish right there. That's a good one. Yes, Mr. Smallmouth. Come on, Gina. Come on, Gina. That's a good one. That's a good smallmouth. Don't hook me, bud. I'll let you go, I promise. Oh, yeah. Look at that stud. Yes, that is a beast of a smallmouth. Beast. Yes, that's 3 pounds right there. Let's measure him really quick. Mouth open, 17 and a little. Just barely over set. Well, I'll say 17 and a quarter. That's a 3 pounder. Thank you, sir. Thank you for playing the game. Merry Christmas. Let's go. Let's go. What was that? That was weird. Was that a fish? That could have been fish in line. I don't know what that was. That was really weird. That was really strange. I don't know what that was. If it was fishing line, I didn't catch it again. I really wished I would have brought my snacks today. I am like ultra hungry. And I'm still 2 hours away from the car and a lot of work. I'd like to catch a couple more fish today. Make it kind of worth doing the put in. The put in is so tough, and like taking out might be more than I really bargained for. I don't know. We'll see. I'm normally not the kind of person that would drag my kayak around, but at this location, I don't really have any option. And I'm kind of worried about my car, which legally, I was parked legally, as far as I know. But I hope I don't have any problems. Hope somebody doesn't smash in my window, which they really shouldn't there. But you never can tell. And if I have a run-in with anybody, I assume it's going to be the game warden, but he would only come out here if somebody called him, which, depending on which game warden, he should recognize my car. Oh, I lost it. I lost that fish. Dag, I didn't get a good hook set on it. It was super shallow too. That was a super shallow fish. Oh, I can't believe I lost that fish. He for sure tasted metal. I really couldn't tell if it was any size or not. Gosh, that was the best hit of the day though, for sure. I was like halfway asleep. I'm seemingly catching everything on the black and blue Bandito. Oh, I can't believe I missed that fish. Come on. Dude, gotta do better than that. That was a good hit too. I was actually thinking about the wind, because the wind is starting to pick up now. Ah, come on. Can't believe I missed that fish. Spotted bass, possibly the biggest spotted bass I've ever caught ever in my life. It's a freaking giant. Come on, Gina, you and me. That's the biggest spotted bass I've ever seen. Oh my gosh, it's a giant. A giant spot. Come on. No, don't do that. Come on. Oh, I got him. I got him. Look at the size of that spotted bass. That's the biggest spotted bass I've ever seen, ever. Oh my gosh. Look at the size of that beast. Gina! Merry Christmas, Gina! Oh, I have to weigh it. I have to weigh it. That is the biggest spotted bass I've ever seen in my life. Let me put it on the scale really quick. Oh. Mouth open, 18 1/4. I gotta weigh it. I gotta weigh it. It didn't even bite that hard. It was a really shallow bite. That makes me think earlier the fish that I thought was maybe fishing line was a giant too. They're biting very, very slow. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh no, my battery's dead. Does that say kilograms or pounds? I can't tell. I will do the conversion later. Okay. Zeroed out. .71. Well, it keeps moving. I'll say, yeah, there it is. 1.71 kilograms. I will convert that later. I'm gonna go ahead and say 5.5 pounds. That's the biggest spotted bass I've ever seen in my life. Thank you for playing the game. Thank you. Let's go. It's hard to say. I did the conversion and it came up to 3.8 pounds. So 1.71 kilograms to pounds came up to 3.8 pounds. So almost a 4-pounder. And I think it was 18 1/4. I can't be for certain if my scale is right. That fish felt so much heavier than 4 pounds. But I guess my scales are okay. I don't really use them very much. That was an unbelievable fish. I mean, just unbelievable. The bite was so light that I just assumed that it was a small fish and not a large fish at all. I caught that on the black and blue Bandito. I'm gonna go ahead and say that's my PB spotted bass. That's the biggest spotted bass I've ever seen with my eyes, and definitely the biggest one I've ever caught, ever. Unbelievable. I don't think that's a master angler. I'll have to look that up for the spotted bass. But I think the spotted bass, well, I can't say. I'm just not for sure. But that's another broken PB. Let's go. Let's go. Just a little fella. Thank you, sir. Just a little fella. The bite is so slow and like it's hard to say what any fish really is until I start reeling it in, because that fish felt sizable when it was biting, but it was tiny. And the bigger fish, I can barely tell that there's anything even there. It just feels spongy. Like the fish pick it up and then just sit there. They don't even move. I assume that's because the water is so cold. I don't know exactly what the water temperature is. With the rain last night, it's hard to say. Good one on. I don't know what it is. It's good though, if I don't lose it. Man, it's staying right on the bottom. I don't know what that is. Is that a smallmouth? I don't know what that is. It's giant. Oh my gosh, it is fighting like crazy. I don't know if that's a smallmouth. I can't see. The sun's right in my face. Oh my gosh. Come on, Gina. Yeah, it's a good smallmouth. That's a good one. Easy, fella. Easy. Don't hook me. Easy, fella. Oh, he's not hooked good. Oh, man. That is a giant. He's a giant. Look at the size of that fish. That is a giant. It fought so hard. What an unbelievable day. Oh my goodness, it's almost touching 20. It's so close to 20. It is so close to 20. Look at the size of that fish. Oh my gosh. That is a giant. That is a giant. 4.5 pounds. I'm gonna call that at 4.5. That is a giant, almost 20 inches. I mean, it was so close to touching 20 with its mouth open. Oh my gosh, that is so hefty. Should I weigh it? Nah, my scale is stuck in kilograms. I don't want to weigh it in kilograms. What a giant. That is a giant smallmouth. Thank you for playing the game, good sir. What a fight. Let's go. I would say about an hour has passed since I caught that last fish. I have had a couple of hits since then, but I think they were little fish. I am slowly but surely working my way back to my car. It's interesting how it kind of seemed like all those fish were in the same, 50 to 80 yard stretch of rocks. And now I'm not really getting any action at all. The water is extremely cold. I know I keep saying that, but it is freezing cold. So that is a factor. That's probably why I caught those big fish, is only the big ones are really active. And for the most part, you got to hit them right in the face to get them to bite. Because they don't really bite. They just pick the lure up and sit there. But what an amazing day. Just unreal. Probably one of the heaviest smallmouth I've ever caught ever. And for sure the biggest spotted bass, Kentucky bass, that I've ever caught ever. Like, that thing was a monster. Quits, but I caught another spotted bass. I've caught several more of these little guys. He was really fired up. I didn't have my camera on for some of them, but I'm back at the bridge right now. This is my takeout. I'm gonna go ahead and call it quits for the day. Thanks for watching the Christmas Eve Bass Smash. Please subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.